Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, good. All right, so to give us a sense, it seemed like he touched on quite a number of issues. Did he explain everything that he wanted to do?
Yeah, I think he did. It took a little over an hour to do it. He opened up the rally last night. I assume you're talking about his post visit to Mexico, the meeting that he had with the
Right.
president of that country before coming here to the United States and rallying a crowd in Phoenix. He said it would be more of a policy speech than a rally, but by the end, it clearly was a rally. He had returned to the stump speech that he's given countless times across the country, but began with laying out his 10-point plan to deal with illegal immigration. And it wasn't much different from what we had heard before last week when his word was softening of his stance on immigration. It seems to be that he's going to focus on the 2.5 million or so illegal immigrants, undocumented immigrants who are here who've committed crimes, serious crimes, and the other 9.5 million who are here now peacefully would be asked to turn around, go back to their home countries, reapply, and then come into the country legally under a status. So he says that's not the same as amnesty, but it would be a chance for people to make a legal start in the country.
He had a lot of taglines, had a lot of big lines, said build a wall and we're going to have Mexico pay for it. However, there's some discrepancy in the meeting from the Mexican president.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of that meeting yesterday, there was a brief little Q&A. He was asked by ABC's Jonathan Karl, did you discuss who would be funding this wall? Donald Trump said that they had discussed the wall, but that who was going to pay for it did not come up. Later in the day, the president of Mexico tweeted, as so often happens these days, the back and forth goes by social media. He tweeted that, in fact, that had come up at the beginning of the conversation and that he told Donald Trump Mexico would not be paying for it. He had an opportunity to say that at the briefing or at the little Q&A. He didn't. And so, it sort of is a he said, she said at this point, McGraw.
Yeah, I believe it would be he said, I think is the official term.
Okay.
But it seemed like the crowd, very pro Donald Trump, clearly. I know he brought up a lot of the mothers and family members of children who have been fallen by illegal immigrants. It was a policy speech, but I think you're right. It turned into a full-blown rally at some point.
Right. Yeah. I think it started out as kind of that. He enumerated his 10-point policy proposal, and then sort of got back to his original stump speech, kind of straight away from the script and off the teleprompter, and then went back to very much what we've heard time and again. And it's something, yes, that his supporters like. They wanted to hear that. They wanted to hear the rally speech about job creation and about public safety and these sorts of things, and helping American military vets. So sure. I think it sort of served two purposes. That is, laying out this 10-point sort of dry policy proposal, but then more of a fiery campaign speech.
That is Jim Ryan. Jim, ABC News correspondent. Jim, thanks for checking in.
Thanks, McGraw.
You got it. We should also say that there is a Fox News poll just out, and good news for Donald Trump supporters. Great news for Donald Trump supporters. Hillary Clinton is plummeting in some swing states like Wisconsin. She's down 6 points, and nationally holds just a 2-point lead over Donald Trump if you count all four candidates: Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Gary Johnson, and Jill Stein. She's at 41%. He's at 39%. Gary Johnson is at 9%, and Jill Stein is at 4%. However, her lead jumps to, I want to say, 6 points when it's just them head-to-head. So some tightening of the polls and Donald Trump making a policy speech. However, if his signature issue is you're going to build a wall, and he meets with the guy who's going to build the wall, don't you think he should tell the guy you're going to build the wall?
Well, again, there's an issue, like Jim Ryan was saying, he said.
Right, yeah.
It's always some kind of controversy.
It's always some kind of controversy. 625 here, Big 5.